Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It is a brand new year and I just wanted to share how I use or try to use my journal in my daily life. Now this is how I personally set up my bullet journal, but there are thousands, probably millions of ways to set it up. Type in bullet journal on YouTube and you'll see the most artistic expressions out there. I am not an artistic person by any means, so I prefer something simple and minimalistic just to keep me on track because I get distracted very easily. Now I am using the Clear Habit Journal from Bear and Fig and James Clear, and at the time of this recording it looks like it is sold out both on Bear and Fig and on Amazon, but fingers crossed that that is just a temporary thing and it's not actually discontinued because I love this journal. If any of you don't know what bullet journaling is, I highly recommend you check out Writer Carol's channel and see if it's something that you could benefit from. Now, whether or not you use the bullet journal method, I recommend everyone do some kind of journaling. I personally prefer to use pen and paper in conjunction with my digital calendar, but you're more than welcome to use something like an iPad or even just your phone. However, there's something about putting pen to paper that just clicks in my head, especially when you start getting into fountain pens. Now, back to the James Clear Journal. I've used a few different journals in the past, but since 2023, I've used this one for a few different reasons. Reason number one, I am a huge fan of James Clear's book Atomic Habits. It is probably my favorite self-help book, and I highly recommend reading it. Reason number two, this bullet journal was made to complement what's taught in James Clear's book and comes with 5 extra goodies that I enjoy. Bonus number 1. When you first open the journal, you are met with a quick start guide and you'll see that there is a built-in space for an index, which is great for referencing important pages. Bonus number 2. After the index, there is a 1 line per day section that helps simplify the daily journaling habit. Sometimes we can't or won't be able to journal multiple pages or even a single page, but I think everybody can do 1 line. All you need to do is set the prompt for the month and then fill it out each day. For the most part, I'll do the best part of my day as it allows me to keep an eye out for the good things rather than get bogged down by all the bad things that happen to us. You could also do something simple like what I did today. Sometimes that will lead you to wanting to journal more, and you could easily add the extra page or pages to your index to reference later on. Bonus number 3, as referenced by the Quick Start Guide, is the notebook has markings that allow you to easily divide the page into halves and thirds, both vertically and horizontally. But we'll come back to the notebook portion and how I use these markings later. Bonus number 4. This journal has built-in habit trackers in the back of the notebook that can be torn out and kept on your desk or your fridge or your nightstand for easy visual cues and daily reminders. Optionally, you can just keep them in the back. You can use them by listing multiple habits in a single month or a single habit across multiple months. And bonus number 5. In the back, there are toolkits or templates you can use on a daily basis. They explain how to use them and why they work. One of the ones that I found useful was the template for logging my food on a daily basis. Very simple, but very effective. All right, with all those bonuses out of the way, let's talk about how I actually use the notebook portion. At the beginning of each notebook, I put a yearly log. Now, this part is a little tedious, but you only have to do it once at the beginning of each journal. For the yearly log, I will be using 4 pages, and I'll be dividing each page into thirds vertically. The first half of the year will go on 2 pages, and the second half of the year will go on another 2 pages. After adding all the months, the days of the weeks, and the numbers, I'll add birthdays and any events I know that are happening later in the year. For example, I know my marriage festivities are happening May 1st to 4th, so after the birthdays, I'll add those. The yearly log is also where you could put deadlines or due dates for any projects coming up. After I'm done with the yearly log, I move on to the monthly log. Simply put the name of the month on top and number from 1 to 30 or 31, or 28 or 29 for February on a regular or leap year. And then next to each number, put the corresponding day of the week, and then go back to your yearly log and reference any birthdays, events, deadlines, or due dates for the month that you're in. On the following page or pages, you can do a few different things. This has changed for me throughout the years, but for the most part, I'll generally do a reflection of how the previous month went, a reminder of my TDEE and macros, any goals that I have, a brief summary of my finances, and bring up any to-do list items that I can think of. Everyone is different, so think of what you'd like to see here on a monthly basis. There's no right or wrong answer. Once that is done, I will set up my weekly log. Just like my yearly log, I will divide 2 pages into thirds vertically, but on this last third, I'm going to split it in half horizontally for Saturday and Sunday. Then I'll fill in the hours of the day. Generally, my day starts around 7 a.m., and I'd like to be in bed or asleep by 11 p.m. From here, I will go back to my monthly log and reference any birthdays or events that are coming up in this week and add them. Generally, I'll do this on a Sunday night, so I feel a little less stress going into the week. Obviously, no week is perfect, but having some sort of structure to fall back on makes things a little easier. This top section here is for items that will really move the needle. Each night, I will try to review my massive list of to-do items and pick 2 to 3 for the next day that will really impact my life or work in a positive manner. Sometimes I don't do all of them. Sometimes I do none of them, but that is okay. We are all human. The important thing is that we keep trying. At least that's what I tell myself so that I don't have to have an existential crisis every night. Anywho, after I set up my weekly log, I will now go to my daily log. For me, I've started notating almost everything that I do. The time I wake up, when I eat something, when I leave for work in the morning, when I arrive at the gym, etc. I've used this log as a way to note important things or to reflect on certain events. For example, if I arrive at the gym at 10 a.m. but I don't leave until 12 p.m., that tells me that I was probably on my phone for most of the workout. It's also come in handy when I've had to deal with negative incidents with employees. Just having it somewhere jotted down very quickly allows me to reference it later, where I can document it digitally and add it to that employee's records. On a more positive note, it's nice to be able to look back on a day, especially if something good happened. I know some people have added a Polaroid section to their journals to solidify those memories. Usually this portion of my daily log doesn't take more than a page. I don't think I've ever filled up more than a page writing down what I did for the day. After this first page of the daily log, on the next page I'll have the food log template copied from the back of the book, like I spoke about earlier. After those 2 pages, it really just depends on the day. If I have an idea for content, I'll create a content idea page, and I'll add that to the index for referencing later. If we have a staff meeting or an employee brings up a suggestion, I'll title that page and add it to the index for referencing later or transfer it to my digital notes. One last personal tip from me is to buy whiteout. Not every single page will go perfectly, as you can tell from the first 2 pages of my yearly log, and that is totally okay. All you need to do is use your whiteout and try your best again next time. And that's pretty much it. You just repeat your daily log, weekly log, monthly log, and yearly log when you get a new notebook. Until the end of time. If you have stuck with me this long, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Please let me know down below if you have any questions, comments, or general feedback about the video. Or if you decide to set up your own bullet journal, show me how it goes. Make your own video, show the world, right? Also, please consider giving me a thumbs up if you liked the video, or subscribe if you loved it. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. Okay, go away now. Okay, fine, I'll go away now. Bye. Love you.